Well, hey everybody. Today I want to talk a little bit about the whole concept of bidding wars and what does it take to get an offer accepted in a bidding war. You know, we still have a situation where there are a limited number of homes for sale. And I know there's a lot of talk about the bubble and maybe, home prices are going to collapse and all these people are going to lose their homes into foreclosure and stuff, but I won't get into all that because that's not going to happen. Right now, and this is right now, this was May, this article is in May, bidding wars are common. Homes are getting an average of 4.8 offers each. So that's nationwide. This little map that you cannot see, the dark colored areas are more than 5 offers per listing. And California is definitely more than 5 offers per listing. So we're still getting more offers than we have homes listed. And the average buyer makes 2 offers before getting their 3rd offer accepted. You know, I always say there's a learning curve. I have to tell my buyers, first time out, I get it. This doesn't have the right carpet, so you're going to offer listed price, or you're going to go over by $1,000, and it's going to sell for $50,000 over. The second time, you're like, all right, I got it. I'm going to do better. I'm going to go 25 over, or whatever it is. And then by the 3rd time, you're like, okay, I understand now that I'm not negotiating with sellers. I'm competing with other buyers, and then that's when the buyers generally get serious about it. So things you can do to help your offer. Guess what one of them is? Offer more money. There's no denying it. If you offer more money, you're going to probably get the house, unless your terms are really sketchy. But another thing is to put down a bigger earnest money deposit. An earnest money deposit is really, it's not more money out of your pocket, but it's a little more of a risk up front, because if you do default, you risk losing that earnest money deposit. It just makes it feel to the seller like you're more committed and you're not going to jerk them around and risk losing that. So, 2% is what I normally do. Some areas like West LA and the Valley, it's always 3%. These days, really in the competitive market, you should probably be thinking 3%. Show them that you're really interested. And then making a higher down payment. I know that most people make the highest down payment they can make, but you definitely are going to have a stronger offer with a higher down payment. A higher down payment over 20% means you have flexibility, because we have to be careful these days of appraisals not coming in and sellers that aren't willing to do any repairs. And when you've discovered that you've got X number of thousands of dollars worth of a repair on a property that you're looking to buy, if you don't have any reserve cash, then sellers go, well, I don't know if they're going to really be able to make this happen. So we definitely are looking for people that have a higher down payment. And then some non-financial options to make your offer stronger. The terms and contingencies. These days, like right now I'm in escrow with one where the buyer offered them the 17 days to find a replacement property and 30 days to live in the house rent-free to close escrow. So that's a month of free rent, right, while the other guy owns the house. And this is not uncommon. So there are a variety of ways to structure staying in your house while you're trying to find another one if that's a concern for you. Appraisal requirements. It's tough these days. Appraisers have a tough job because prices are going up and it's hard for them to keep up. And especially appraisers for the big banks, their oversight is pretty heavy and they don't want to take a lot of risks. And so sometimes, quite frankly, I'll look at an offer from a direct lender over, or a mortgage broker even, over a big bank offer, because I know I'm going to have a better shot at getting a better appraisal through the loan broker. And then closing time. Basically right now buyers are giving sellers whatever they need. What do you need? You can have it. Just lock me in. Give me a chance to buy this house. Flexible move-in dates. And then one thing I will say though is when we're talking about removing contingencies, you can take it as is. I don't have a problem with that. You can remove the appraisal contingency. If you have enough cash and you're like, look, I don't care what the appraiser says the value is. For me right now, this is what the value is. And I know over time, I'm going to look back and that's going to be meaningless. When I look back at my house and what I paid for it, if I had paid 20 grand more, 28 years ago, it wouldn't matter a bit today, because I've had a lot of appreciation since then. It's a long-term deal. But one thing I would never give up is the home inspection, the opportunity to be there while the inspector is there and going through the house. So I hope you found that stuff interesting. I think it was pretty good. In fact, if you would show me how good it was by liking it, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.